Shalom, shalom, shalom. Brother Naquam.
Shalom, Brother Amos.
Back at it in another week, right? All praise to the Most High, another Sabbath service, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach, like Yahweh Shai. We're going to do what we always do through the spirit and power of the Most High in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai. Shalom, peace and blessings. Most High willing, everybody is having a powerful Sabbath. You're in the spirit, you're in the word, and you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments in these last days. I'm going to kick it off with the book of Acts 18:4.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom to all Israel who is observing the Sabbath on this beautiful day. All praise to the Most High for allowing us another day to repent and to get this understanding, right? So we're going to read Acts 18 and verse 4.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 18 and verse 4. And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath and persuaded the Jews and the Greeks.
Another Sabbath service to cast down false doctrine, to get the proper understanding of what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has written in this book for us, right? And the only way we can do that is through the power and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? We're going to go to Philippians 4:13.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 4 and verse 13. Philippians chapter 4 and 13. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me.
Right. So through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we're able to cast down these false doctrines, get the proper understanding, right? Be able to discern from right and from wrong. And also, we're able to come back to the fold, man. A lot of brothers is distancing themselves from Israel in these last days. Right, trying to cast down so-called One West doctrines, right? We're trying to gather Israel together in unity and understanding, right? That's the sole purpose of brothers going out and teaching, right? Is to bring Israel back home so we can get the hell up out this captivity.
That's right.
Right? So we're this is Sermon on the Mount, volume 5, right? So we're starting off in Matthew, the 6th chapter, and the 19th verse, right? So if you missed any of the other Sabbath service when we went over the sermons, go back and watch it. You know, we didn't get too far because the precepts were flowing. And that's how you should be when you come to reading. You should be able to precept every verse, right? So you can get that proper and correct understanding.
That's right. That's right. So it's beautiful, man. All right. All praise to the Most High. Nothing more we'd rather do than go into the scriptures, man. So this is the book of, let's deal with it. Matthew 6, we're at 19, I believe.
Matthew 6 and verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasure upon the earth where moth and rust and dust and moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where these do not break through nor steal.
Right, meaning your focus should be on this truth. You have brothers, let's go to Sirach 31:1. You got brothers that want to get rich in this truth. They want to come into this thing and they want to monopolize and they want to make money. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a side hustle, kind of, taking care of your household. But if your whole priority is funds and money, you want to open up this, then you want to buy this, then you want to do this. You're trying to make this place your rest, man. Instead of laying up your spiritual treasures, right? Which is your faith, your hope, and your works in these last days, man. Stop being so focused on money, man. That's worldly. That's what Jake do in the world. Gotta chase the bag, right? Dream chasers. No sleep, right? I'm out hustling. I'm grinding 24/7. Come on, brother. Instead, you're not grinding for the Most High, though.
Sirach chapter 31 and verse 1. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep.
Yeah, brothers that's always chasing money, they don't get no sleep, man. It consumeth the flesh. You always working. Here you are, you working 90 hours, man. Yeah, I just get the Sabbath. I'll keep it next week. I got to work this Sabbath, right? You know you don't even have to work the Sabbath, but you just want to pick up an extra shift. You're gonna destroy your flesh, man. Your back gonna be beat down. You're gonna be cast away. Then you're gonna have a reprobate mind, man. You got brothers that do stuff like that. You already make a good amount to provide for you and your household, plus a bit extra, but I gotta work. I'm a workaholic. The boss told me to come in, right? Instead of, what did the Most High tell you to do, man? You yet to fast. You have yet to keep the commandments. You have yet to be diligent, but you're so focused on the world.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6. Right, 1 Timothy 6 and verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Right? So you get an understanding, you come back to the law, statutes, and commandment, and being content with what the Lord gave you is a great gain. Right? Because a lot of people miss over the blessings looking after worldly things. Like, oh, that money right there, yeah, that means I'm coming up. That prosperity doctrine. Not knowing that the Most High gave you perfect health. He gave you understanding above all things. Right? Verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men to destruction and perdition. Right? So if you got food, clothing, be content. That's all you need. Right? That's all a man needs to be sufficient for the next day. Right? And it says if you chasing after riches, you're going to fall into temptation, lust, and destruction and perdition, man. That's all that's coming if you chasing that bag all the time, right? It's a big boom going on the Robinhood app. People buying GameStop app and AMC, right? They chasing after riches,
right? Not
knowing that the Most High can put in the white man's spirit to shut everything down. Now you've lost everything chasing after riches, right? You should have just been content because there's nothing in the sight of the Lord to make a poor man rich.
Yeah, let me actually get that. All right, let's get that. Yeah, I've been seeing that GameStop spirit, man. Right? People into stocks, Forex, Bitcoin. Ain't nothing wrong with, getting your little size, like I got to reiterate. But again, make sure your soul focuses on the Most High, man. Right? Make sure you're grinding for the Most High. You should spend more hours grinding and studying for the Most High than in your leisure and doing your stocks and investing in your side hustle, man. Right? Because this is all you got. You only got one chance. This is everlasting. This is going to bring you to the kingdom of heaven. All that other stuff is going to perish when the bombs drop, man. You can't take all that stuff to the kingdom of heaven. What you can't, what's going to follow you are your works, man. And your faith is going to deliver you, man. Right? Sirach 11. I'm going to get 14, then jump to 21. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 14. It reads, prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. Right? So if you're in the lowest state, hey, the Lord has you in that lowest state. Now, he can have you in that. The Lord may not give me $25,000, right, every 2 months, because I may take that $25,000 and go the hell off. You might not see me at Kent, right? Amos' spirit may be able to handle $25,000. He may be able to know how to distribute to the poor and take care of his house and spread the wealth, whatever the case may be, right? So the Most High determines how much you're going to bring in and how much you're not going to bring in. You got brothers in this truth praying for more money. And the first thing they pray, Most High, please send more gold, more silver, more money. That's off, man. Right? This verse 21. Sirach chapter 11 and 21. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in Yahweh and abide in thy labor, for it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden, meaning at the drop of a dime. Just like that. On the sudden, to make a poor man rich. You got brothers that marvel at sinners. How come these guys make $125,000? Look, they make all these all this money. They only work so many hours. Here I am sweating and laboring, and my back hurts. Right, and I have arthritis, and I work in a warehouse. And I'm in this truth. Maybe this truth isn't it. I want to be like these guys. Why are you marveling at these sinners, man? The Lord said, continually abide in your labor. You may have to work that job 3 years, man, 2 years, or however long the Lord wants you to do it, man. You know how easy it is for the Lord to have money manifest in you, man? There are stories about that every day, right? There's a brother that told me not too long ago, this Edomite kind of came into his house, and he was kind of staying with him, and he said the Edomite told him something. This is how he talked to him. He said, something told me to take all my money out my account, all of it, just wipe it and put it in this safe with you. And then the dude kind of, he got out of there, man, and left. And now the Jake in the truth, man. He said, I don't know what to do with it, man. He kind of showed me. I mean, the brother was set, man. Who did that? The Lord did that, man. It's an easy thing, man. There's stories about that all the time. How did this get into my account? Somebody wired $25,000 in my account. How did this happen? Right? That's not happening to the brother eating pork and shrimp, crab, and lobster. Right? And the Most High don't have to do that to you. You were just saying how easy it is, man. Right? Just putting that out there.
God. This is the book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 35. Right? So it reads, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. Right? So don't be trying to preserve your life in this captivity, man. Right? When you come into this truth, it's things you got to put to the side, and it's things you got to put on your back. Right? You gotta carry your cross when you come into this truth. Right? Don't be saying, well, I'm a huge club promoter. I got thousands of followers, man. I can't get rid of this for the truth's sake. No, you got to lose it. Right? You got to lose it to get this eternal life. Right? Because look what happened to the clubs not too long ago. They got shut down. Right? The Lord has shut it down again. He probably will.
That's right.
He's going to.
That's right.
Right? Verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Right? Like the brother said, if you got the side hustle and you doing Forex and you a stock trader, a day trader, keep doing what you're doing. But don't lose everything for nothing, if that makes sense. Right? Because this money is nothing. This money don't mean a damn thing. It's pieces of paper with your slave owner's face on it. If you rip up $100 bill, it has no value now. Right? This money is nothing. And the Lord is revealing that to you. Like, because Esau playing with the stock market, now you can't buy. Inflation, right? All these different things can happen with the money. Don't lose your soul for nothing. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his own soul? Right? All these rappers selling out, right? They right-hand man's getting killed. Now they getting put on and they blowing up. Right? What are you going to exchange to get your soul back that you don't even own in the first place?
Right.
Right, yeah. You be having all of these human sacrifices. His brother's mother somehow died. Now he got a multi-million-dollar contract. Yeah, Kanye West's mother. He said that. We know the lyrics. He sold it, all that stuff for a Happy Meal. What do you say? Toys in a Happy Meal.
It was a crappy deal.
Yeah, crappy deal, man. And they come out, when these celebrities, they come out and say that all the time. But you tell people of the word, no, that's not true. You're a conspiracy theorist. You're racist.
It's art.
Yes, that's madness, man. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and 7. You got brothers selling their soul. You don't have to sell your soul for $20 million. You sell your soul every time you put things before the Most High, man. You done sold your soul to what? Play your damn video game instead of reading the scriptures. You done sold your soul for to spend time with this woman when you know you're supposed to be in the word. Right? You're supposed to be keeping the Sabbath, but you told Esau, your boss, I'll be there. I know God told me. You got people that tell their boss that. Yeah, I know, I'm supposed to keep the Sabbath day, but I'll be there. And you're a good worker, right? You think the Most High is pleased with that? That's vanity, man. Telling your boss, yeah, I know I'm supposed to keep the Sabbath, but do you mind if I come in? Right? This is Proverbs chapter 30 and 7. Right? Proverbs 30 and 7. 2 things have I required of thee, deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Solomon never prayed for riches. There's no account of Solomon saying, Lord, please give me all this wealth and all the gold. Solomon prayed for what? Wisdom, right? Discerning heart, right? But the Lord did give him those things. He said, give me neither poverty nor riches, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my God in vain. You see that? Because you can have so little where now you're like, damn, yo, I gotta do what I gotta do. Right? You start stealing, man. You start sticking up people because you're sick of your son crying late at night. You don't want to be that guy where you just have nothing. Right? But you also don't want to have too much. Because when you have too much, you're gonna end up denying the Lord, man. Right? Now you're like, well, my money answer everything. I don't need the Lord, man. Right? I was praying for so-and-so, but my money doing all the talking right now. So Solomon, you want to be in a state of contentment like Amos went into. You don't want too much. You don't want too little. You just need enough to keep you humble and keep you rolling. Your house is provided for. You have food. You have raiment. You got shelter. And you know this truth, and you're going to kind of keep it moving, man. If you get too much, you're going to start making this place your rest. And it's going to destroy your mind, man.
God. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 11. Right? And it reads, wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun. Right? So the scripture said, good man leaves an inheritance to his son. But more importantly, he got to leave wisdom with him. Right? Because one who teaches his son grieveth the enemy. Right? That's Sirach 30. Right? If you teach your son the ways of the Lord from a youth, he's going to grieve the enemy to the point where they're going to want to kill themselves, man. Right? Verse 12. For wisdom is a defense and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Right? So money is a defense, but we just read that the Lord handles all those financial matters for you. He'll give you money if you need it. He'll give you just enough to be sufficient, right? So it's a defense to those who need it. Like you might fall on hard times. You got just enough to pay your bills and just enough to eat for the week. And that's all you need. That's all you need. It's a defense in certain situations, right? Don't rely on it saying, yeah, I got this $1,000 right here. I'm good. Ain't nothing wrong gonna happen to me. No, that's not the defense you use the money for. You use it to help your people, to build up the congregation, to sustain your family. That's a defense that the money is for, right? And so like in the latter part of that verse, it says, but the excellency of knowledge is, right? So the way more abundant is knowledge, right? Knowledge is going to sustain you because you have knowledge. You're going to be able to do way more than just having a little bit of cheese in your pocket, right? You're going to be a jack of all trades with knowledge, right? You're going to be able to break down scriptures. You're going to be able to counsel. You're going to be able to go into the history, right? Discern what's right and what's wrong. That's what the knowledge is for.
That's right. So we have to make, this truth is about investments, man, right? This truth is about investing and seeking opportunity, man. In any wise business, man, like we always say, they teach you that all the time, man. What do you invest your time into or your money into? To a company that's plummeting constantly, and you know that their latter end is destruction, or into a company that you know that they're going to be the top company in 10 years, man. You take all of your coins and you put into what's going to prosper. And that's what it is with the world and the financial world and with this truth. This stuff is fading away. Why would I invest my time and my effort into a company that I know is going to completely just go off the face of the earth, man? That's like me. I want to invest in Kmart, right? Do brothers go to Kmart anymore? Right, brother? Sears. These things are done away with, man. Right? Oh, man, I think Kmart is going to make a big comeback.
Toys R Us.
Yeah, Toys R Us. Hey, you want to invest in they had a Babies R Us. They don't even have that stuff anymore, man. Right. I'm going to take all my money out of my account and I'm going to invest it into Toys R Us. Y'all be a damn fool. But that's what you do when you put things before the Most High, man. Right? What I'm going to do, I'm going to take all my stuff and lay it up for heavens. Right? I'm going to invest in this truth because I understand that's what's going to give me and my brother and my household everlasting life. Let's go to Proverbs 11:4. So you got to know when you land up your treasures. Go, you got it, King. Go.
And we're not telling Israel not to save money, man.
Right.
We're not. That's a wise thing to do, right? And that's a skill that Israel got to learn how to do. Save your money, man. Because that's hard to do in this captivity, man. Trust me, I struggle with it too. Everybody struggles with it, right? Learn to save your money, man. Everything don't need to be bought as soon as you see it. Leave Amazon alone. Whatever you got in your cart, take it out.
Yeah, Jay got 20,000 things. Yeah, I know somebody they can't stay off of Amazon, man. Constantly new packages just arrive and just come. Right? This real quick to let me back on that because we got to tell brothers that too. We got to qualify that because here as we do this video, you got brothers right now calling the boss, I quit. Right, brother, your rent is due next month, brother. Don't quit, brother. Right, your son got to eat. You got to kind of use his world, but don't abuse it, man. Right? Let me get that in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. We got to balance things out, right? This 1 Corinthians, I want 7 and 31. Right? This 1 Corinthians chapter 7 to 31. And I'm going to start at 29. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 to 29. But this I say. Oh. Salaki, can you try to tell me? Turn it down. 1 Corinthians 7 to 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none, and they that weep as though that they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not. What does that mean? Meaning, don't buy things. Don't sit there and buy 2 houses and say, well, this is going to last me 25 years, 30 years. You kind of buy it and use it, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. So hey, you use this world, but don't abuse it, man. Kind of get what you got to get, right? Kind of buy what you got to buy, but know that this place going to burn, man. You save up your little money, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of, make moves and, you might have to go out of town and, handle business, get your groceries and all that stuff, but don't be sitting here, invested in all of these businesses forever, man.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3, right? Because we all know the latter end of America, right? We know it's not going to make a boom like it did in the 30s and 40s, become a superpower again. We know that time is far spent. It's all done. It's all done. So this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Right? This is talking about the last days, man. This is talking about the time that's approaching within the next, Lord willing, next month. Right? I'm trying to get up out of here.
That's right.
Right? But you know that the grind is going to stop. You're not going to be able to go to the grocery store. You're not going to be able to go to the gas station. You're not going to be able to go to Walmart. You're not going to be able to go to 7-Eleven to get the things you want. Right? So when all that gets shut down, it's going to be over. Right? What is it?
My husband and I had nothing going on. It's about to be evicted, and they got $25K out of nowhere.
See? You see these testimonies? A sister said she got $25K out of nowhere when she's about to get evicted.
See that?
Right? You see? All praises. You see how the Lord does things in His time? Right? Just think, if the brother's household would have got the $25K before that, and it was all spent, then they got evicted. You see how the Most High work? Right? Most High can give you something before your time, and then you looking like an idiot.
Right?
Right? He give it to you in the right time, and you use it properly, and everything works out in your favor. Go ahead, bro.
I had the same account kind of play out. What you were saying with the Edomite, how you put the money in the safe.
God.
We was actually about to move out here because we was moving out here for the truth.
Right.
And we was, saving up money, whatever the case is, to get our household. And this Edomite sat there and cleared out her checking account. She asked us how much more do we need, and sat there and gave us $1,200.
See that?
Oh, praise.
See that right there? You see that? All praise to the Most High, man.
What's that saying that the Christians always say? You might not be there when you want it, but it'll always be home.
Yeah, that's exactly what them Christians say, man. God is always on time. Hey, the Most High is on time, man. You don't think the Most High know that you can't pay your bills and your rent? Right? Let's go to Psalms 37 and 25. You don't think the Most High know that you're struggling? The Lord is giving you these things, man. Hey, this is then turn the WFI money session, man.
Right.
But brother, got to know there's technical terms. You got to know usury in the Bible. You got to know what surety is. You got to know what a creditor is. And there's mortgage in the Bible. In Nehemiah 5, they mortgaged their lands, man. You got to know the redemption. You got to have biblical financial literacy, man. Because these things are lawful. You can't put usury on a brother. You can't be into heavy suretyship. So, Jake, they like to know all of these worldly, what's some worldly financial terms? Profit. I don't know. I don't know any too much. Interest, fixed rates, your dividend yield, annual yield, APR. Jake know all that stuff, man. But you don't. Well, that's all right, brother. We here to learn. We're gonna pull you to the side, brother. But you gotta know these things. You gotta know surety, usury, creditors, mortgages, redemption. Leviticus 25 deal with interest and all types of stuff, man. Right? But let me get this real quick. Psalms 37 and 25.
Psalms chapter 37 and verse 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
Read that one more time, Baba Kasha.
I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
You see that? So David said, I have been young and now I am old. I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread, man. Right? So the Most High is always going to take care of the righteous. They don't have nothing to worry about. Right? Nothing to worry about. Even if you think that you low on funds and you don't know what's going to happen, and you count, you up late at night, you got the calculator right there, the pen and the pad, and what's that? The Tupac video. His mother was sitting there trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, and she's stressed out. And hey, man, the Lord will take care of you, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord took care of David. David was a shepherd out there in the field, and he became a mighty king, man. Who did that? The Lord exalted the lowly, man. Right? So, you keep your faith in the Most High, you're going to be taken care of. Now, if you're a reprobate, the Most High going to snatch all that away from you. And you're going to be caught out there. You have to deal with it, man. Why am I homeless? Because you keep eating pork, brother. Why I'm having a hard time dealing with my so-and-so. I didn't get that promote. Brother, because you're breaking the Sabbath, brother. The Lord is not going to prosper you, man.
And I saw a brother comment on there. We don't know when this place is going to end. Should we not save our money? Yeah, we just said that, brother. Right? Money is a defense. Right? We just said if you spending all your money on frivolous purchase, you're gonna fall into a pit hole. Right? Stop spending your money. Stack it up. Right? Stack it up. You don't need it, man. You never know when you might be there to help a brother. The scriptures say, cast your money into the water and it'll return to thee. Right? So if you help a brother out, it's going to help you out in the long run as well. Right? So stack your money. I got
that. And to clarify what Amos is saying, don't stack it to make it in America.
Right.
Right? Just to clarify, just to clarify.
God, the water, King. This is Sirach 27 and 3. It says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. Right? So if your fear isn't in the Lord, but your fear is your 401k dropping below $2,000, your whole house going to be destroyed, man. Right? Your whole house is going to be torn to pieces. Your wife going to be out of order. Your kids going to be monsters and disobedient. Right? And you eventually going to fall out the truth. Right? So hold yourself diligently. That means with all severity and seriousness in the fear of the Lord, keeping them law, statutes, and commandments, knowing that judgment is going to happen if you step out of line, right? And you should want judgment to happen to you when it steps out of line. That's that righteous correction, right? You should want the Lord to deal with you as you would deal with your sons, right? The Lord is going to spank you if he loves you. That's just how it is, right?
That's right. Now this Genesis 13 and 1, right? Because again, when they talk about riches and wealth, they think that this society is actually has real wealth, man. Because you have a bunch of paper, right? You got a lot of paper with an old white man face on it, right? That's not true. In the ancient world, we're going to show you what true riches were, man. Right? Let's go to Genesis chapter 13 and 1. It reads, and Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with them into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and in gold. Jake don't have that now, man. When the last time you seen LeBron James with all his cattle on ESPN? You kind of hear him in the background, right? He got all the gold and the silver. He don't have that, man. He might have some paper money, but that's not true. Those are these Federal Reserve notes, man. If I take 1,000 $100 bills and 1,000 single dollar bills, how would I know which one was worth more, man? The material, you understand, and what it's made from is not it's all paper, man, for lack of better terms. It's like one more thing. It's not rooted in the natural resources of the earth, right? Your true currency is supposed to be rooted within the natural resources, right?
How many times you'd have been at the store and you gave somebody a 10 and they didn't give you the right change because they didn't see the amount of money it was?
Right.
You'd be like, hold on, I gave you a 10. No, that was a 5. Now you sitting there arguing like, oh, check the cameras. I gave you a 10. I need my change back. Right? That money has nothing. But you look at these Edomites who are football players and baseball players. What do? They go buy vineyards and farms, get a whole bunch of animals. What do our people do? Look at Warren Sapp. Y'all know who Warren Sapp is, right? What happened? He blew all his money. Blew all his money on shoes, suits that he can't even wear no more.
Right.
Prostitutes.
Yeah, they had that ESPN series Broke. They did a 30 for 30 Broke, and it was pure mockery, man. They had all these ex-NBA stars, old NFL stars, and they was talking about how much money that they get paid, man. I think I seen some wide receiver, he getting over $760,000 a year, man. And what are they buying? What are they buying? Clothes, gold. They might get a house that they can't pay the tax. They can't do none of that, man. You know? So true riches is really gold, man. When you look at the Queen of England, she got gold bars, man. They have vaults of gold. And they give you that little paper money. They give you the paper money while they collect the gold. And they had that cash for gold thing back in the day. Turn in all your gold, we're gonna give you paper. You'll be a den. It's like you're gonna be a fool, man. You're gonna give all this paper for real gold. The value of gold never fades, man. In the long run. Gold, silver, cattle. What else is wealthy? Slaves. Yeah, that goes into the cattle. Right? If you have land too, that's what I wanted. You have land, slaves, gold, silver, cattle. You cool, man. You said what? Yeah, water ports. If you have these things, you could dominate global trade. Right? You could dominate all these things. That's the true wealth right there. But we're gonna have that in the kingdom of heaven, man. We're not gonna walk around in the kingdom of heaven with $20,000, man. Yes, you got Jake. Yes, I am talking money. We're not doing that in the kingdom, man. Right? Money is calling me, man. You're not gonna have Jacob there doing this with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. That's folly, man. Yeah, on your damn arm, man. Isaac doing the Dougie with the money on it. That's wicked, man. Oh, the brother had a question. What's like?
Look at Devontae West, I think.
Oh yeah,
Delonte West, yeah.
And then, that gold for trade, the gold for cash or whatever, then they push inflation.
Yeah.
It ain't worth it.
When Jacob's trouble kick off, they gonna be the same like how everybody else.
Yeah.
God, you might be running next to LeBron James, right? You might be running right next to him, man. Somebody in the comments said there was a basketball player named Anton Walker. He used to, from Chicago. He used to play for the Celtics. He probably made like $150 million in his NBA career. He was working at Starbucks. Because of the gambling addiction, man.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, they become car salesmen, insurance salesmen. They got them scams. What's that scam? I can't remember the name of it. Where they have these different Ponzi schemes. Right? Somebody invited us to a Ponzi scheme one time, man. And they had an NFL. Remember that? It was I can't think of the name of it.
It was bad.
It's the NFL insurance, man. I want to get this precept in 2nd Ezra chapter 16 too.
Yeah, I forgot all about that, man.
Yeah, that's madness. Yeah, let's go to you put 5 in. If everybody put 5 in, then you can get your 20. They got these different things. And Jake and the Truth be doing these things. You got Jake and the Truth pretending to be Africans asking for money, man. Poor orphans. On Instagram. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40. This is madness, man. Jake, people steal for money, man. Kill, rob, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they shall not get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain. For strangers shall reap their fruits, and spoil their goods and overthrow their houses and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine should they get children. See that? So when all hell break loose, all that stuff is going to be unprofitable. Right? The Lord said, yeah, you buying all that stuff now. Like we telling you, use it in this time. But when all hell break loose, it's over, man. It's over, man. Right? That house that you just bought, hey, somebody going to kick your door down, take over that house. They're going to take your children, man. You done got married and had this son. Somebody said, I need to eat. They're going to snatch your son from you. This if you're not under the protection of the Most High, man. You got Jake online shopping right now. I know it's a Sabbath day, but I got to make sure I get this deal. You're not going to get that when all hell break loose, man.
College funds.
Yeah, your college funds. Jake right now, they're on the phone with the bursar office. Financial aid, man. Looking up different scholarships. How do I get this? How do I get this? Right? Now, when all hell break loose, again, we're not saying don't, use this wisely, but again, it's not going to profit you in the long run. Right? Because all hell is going to break loose, and you're just going to be destitute, kind of looking to make it, man. Just trying to survive, man. Right?
This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 5. Now, therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. You eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes. Right? So everything you doing is in vain in this society, man. Because the so-called white man going to touch it no matter what you do. Right? It was a Kanye West song back in the day, when it all falls down. What do you say? Crackheads by crack, or drug dealers by Jordan's, crackheads by crack, and the white man get paid off for all of that. So everything you doing, you fattening the so-called white man's pockets, right? Right? You sitting there depending on these riches, thinking, yeah, it's gonna sustain me, it's gonna protect me in these last days when Jacob's trouble coming. They're gonna see I got $14 million, man. They're gonna wipe your account. They're gonna ransack you. They're gonna do all this wickedness to you because you trusted in your money. I got one more precept for that.
Can I say one? Oh, go ahead. I'm gonna say something after you.
This is Luke chapter 12 and verse 16. This parable kind of long, but it said, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plenty, and he thought within himself, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruit? So, right, this is a parable talking about a rich man. He got so much fruit growing within the land, right? Everything is so bountiful and plentiful in his land. Like, man, what should I do? Right? Verse 18. And he said, thus will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. There will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat and drink and be merry. Right? So that's what we read earlier. Right? Don't give us too much. What we said, look, man, look how I'm living, man. I'm gonna sit back and chill. No, you got to constantly be laboring. You got to constantly be doing something, man. Right? They say the idle mind is the devil's playground. Right? So that's Sirach 33 and 27. Right? Much wickedness come from idle time. Where's that? Verse 20. But Yahweh said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? Right? So the Lord said, you idiot, right? You got all this money, I'm gonna kill you today. Now who gonna eat up all your stuff now? That's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. You stacking up, trying to provide, right? The Lord could kill you. He could kill you, right? Money don't last forever. Things come, knowing this, in the truth, things come up left and right, man. My car broke down. My bills piled up. I got hurt at work. Right? Money don't last forever. And the Lord can cash you down. Now you a paraplegic. You can't make money ever again. Right? So don't trust in your riches. Right? And give thanks when the Lord do it and cast your money upon the waters. Meaning help your people, man. Right. If you got money, help Israel, man. Because it'd be a lot of Israel's in trouble, man. We the poor of the earth. Right. Right? Help your people, man.
Yeah, Jake, you got to pay rent. This is hell, man. You got to pay rent, car insurance, health insurance, light bills, gas bills. You got to pay for oxygen. You get oxygen tanks. You got to pay for everything, man. You got to pay for water. You gotta pay for clothes. You got interest rates. What else you gotta pay for? You gotta pay to get licenses and all types of stuff, man. Tax, income tax, federal tax, state tax, property tax. You gotta pay all types of stuff to this devil, man.
Registration.
Registration. You got to get paid to set up, your little checking account. You got to put in money to make an account. We need $50, right? $75. This is wicked, man. So that's why, I want to touch on that point of Haggai 1:6. I'm going to read it again. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Yeah, brothers, you be working 55 hours, 60 hours in 1 week. Hey, there's a brother in the Atlanta camp, man, an officer, Yaakov, he said, look, they got him working over 20 hours every day. Non-stop. Literally, maybe 15. Literally over 20 hours every day. Non-stop, man. That's so much, man. Right? You got brothers that work in heavy lifting jobs. Are you able to lift 200 pounds? And they mean that thing, man. They're not just asking, they mean it. I seen the so-called job, man. They said, are you able to dig underground nonstop, man? Like you gotta keep digging holes. And Jake do that, man. You got people that work in coal mines. You catching cancer. The damn thing collapse on you. Jake be on these cranes and forklifts and machines be crushing you, and you working, your back hurt, your knees hurt, and your damn elbow get broke at work. You so much, man. But guess how much you bring it home every 2 weeks? Maybe 700. After you pay everything, you might have 200. Then you got to buy groceries, and your son got to eat. Right? They took the taxes out. You know what I'm saying? You catching hell, man. Yeah, your mortgage. It says, ye have sold much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Right, Jake, you still hungry, man. You got your Kraft mac and cheese, your ramen noodles. That's not going to last you all night, brother. You wake up at 1 a.m, you hungry. But guess what? You already ate dinner, brother. Right? Maybe you got enough for breakfast, and that's it. Right? You counting your money. Jake, you paying your bills before you actually get the money. Reading on. Yea, drink, but ye are not filled with the drink. Yea, clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. So I just want to touch on that quick point. And I want to go to what Amos was going into in Ecclesiastes, chapter 6:1. So this is hell, man. This is oppression. Jake, you bringing in about, I wonder what's the average income for Jake in Babylon the Great, man. Right?
Probably like 40,000, 45,000.
Yeah, you see that? Right? So let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 6:1. There is an evil which I have, and we are going into this because we know we got to lay up our treasures in the heaven, man. And true money is what? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's priceless, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 6:1. It reads, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men, right? Solomon, this happened every day. A man to whom God hath given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul of all that he desireth. Yet the Most High giveth him not power to eat thereof, but a stranger eateth it. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease. See that? So we got many diseases, man. This is an evil disease. All right, heaping up wealth and riches, and you can't enjoy it, man.
God. Every Jake's favorite time of the year is tax time, man.
Oh yeah,
tax time, man. You get a so-called free $2,000, $2,500. You're feeling good, man. You know how much money you done put into taxes just to get back $2,500, right? That's how you know we oppressed, man. That's how you know. And then the next year you go, shoot, I got 5,000. What happens next month? Everybody broke again, right? This is Proverbs. I'm gonna go to 11:4 first. Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. Right. Then we're gonna go back one verse to one chapter, Proverbs 10:2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivered from death. Right. So you get that little bit of money and you store it up. Right. You might have got it from selling drugs. That's what all the rappers say. I touched 100,000 before I started rapping. Right. that profit's nothing, man. That profit's not a damn thing, right? But the righteousness that you storing up, man, your spiritual money should be way more than your physical money, man.
Right.
It should be way. You shouldn't even be able to count it, right? You shouldn't be able to count how much good works that you're doing, man. And even still, your good works are as filthy rags, man. Right? So you should be trying to store up as much good, charity, faith, keeping the commandments to a T, brotherly love as much as you can before you worry about any money. Right? That's going to deliver you in the day of wrath, man. Your righteousness is going to deliver you.
That's right. Let's go to Proverbs 3 and 13. So this the truth. You want to be that brother, yeah, brother, you grinding, but you grinding to get that true money, man. You ain't getting no sleep because you read it. You ain't getting no sleep because you studying. Not because you in the studio, not because you under the lamppost, not because you pushing that weight, whatever, man. Right? If you really want that true money, man, you want to really grind and hustle, hey, do it for the Lord, man. You know? Proverbs chapter 3 and 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise, this is the true merchandise, right? For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies. When the last time y'all seen a ruby? Never. Do these rappers even wear rubies? They can't get them. Esau give you platinum. He give you that silver dipped in gold. He might give you some, a little bit of canary dye. He might give you some little stuff, but he gonna hold on to them big stuff. He hold on to the rubies. He hold on to gold bars, sapphires, all emeralds, carbuncle. What's all them stones in Revelation? Right? Amethyst. Right? What is that? Chrysoprase, man. That stuff that Jake can't pronounce. It's lucky. Let me finish. It reads, she is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand, riches and honor. So this is the true wisdom right here. And you got to stack up this dough, brother. You got to get this thing, man. Yes, we are talking money, but we are talking this, man. Right? We're talking the scriptures. We're going through the precepts. We're going through the breakdowns, man. And you got to invest in this thing, man. Right? And brother, you got a quick question?
I had a point real quick. The diamonds even that you sit there, like these rappers buy and everything like that, they depreciate. And the gold, it ends up being more valuable than the diamonds when they sit there and try to sell it.
Yeah. And half of these diamonds not real.
That's right.
Yeah, people coming around testing brothers' diamonds and all of it. They putting thing on there, and it's not real, man.
God. It was a movie with Adam Sandler and Kevin Garnett in it. I forgot what Precious Gems or something, Uncut Gems. Right, he brought Kevin Garnett into the thing. He saw that diamond, almost lost his mind. He was like $500,000. He was like, I want it. I'm gonna buy it. Right? Come on now, $500,000 for a diamond,
right?
A stone, right? This is Job chapter 28 and verse 12. But where shall wisdom be found, and where is the place of understanding? Man knoweth not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living. Right? So there's no price for wisdom, man. Right? They can lock you up, but they can't get rid of that wisdom that you stored up in the time of your leisure. Right? They can't take that from you. Verse 14. The deaf say, it is not in me, and the sea saith, it is not in me. It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof. Right? There's an account in the scriptures where a man tried to buy the Holy Spirit. He's like, how much can I give you for that? He's like, man, if you don't get this money out of my face, you cannot buy wisdom, man. Wow. Wisdom has to come from above. It's a loving woman, and she has to find you attractive in the spirit to want to sup with you. Right? Verse 16. It cannot be valued with the gold of Ophir, with the precious onyx or sapphire. The gold and the crystal cannot equal it, and the exchange of it shall not be for it jewels of fine gold. So you can't equate this wisdom to any amount of money, man. This is the most hidden secret that's in plain sight. Right? Finding out who you are, finding out how to get eternal life. No mention shall roll of coral or pearls, for the price of wisdom is above rubies. The topaz of Ethiopia shall not equal it, neither shall it be valued with pure gold. Right? We don't even know what pure gold looks like. Right? We don't even know what topaz of Ethiopia looks like. Right? We don't know what any of these things look like.
Go to Ophir.
Gold or Ophir. Right? If you can't even Google that and find out what it looks like, man. Right? So get this wisdom while you can, man, because that famine of the word is coming quick. Right? And you never know that the Bibles in your house could magically tear up or something. Not magically, but because you abused it, the Lord has something happen to you. Now you don't know what's going on.
Right.
You got a kid, he spilled coffee all over it, soda. Now you can't read the words. Right? So get it while you can, man. It's no promise, man. No promise you're going to retain this stuff in the time of visitation. So retain it while you can. Right? You ain't going to be running out on the streets and brothers going to be teaching while Esau coming down with M4 shooting everywhere. That's not going to happen in these last days. Right? When all hell break loose, it's the knowledge that you obtain while you had that leisure time.
And it's a precept with that. Let's go to the St. Luke, chapter 19 and 12. Right? St. Luke, chapter 19 and the 12th verse. And it reads, he said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. That's Yahushua who went up to the third heaven, right? And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. So the Spirit rested on these men, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It's been compared to as pounds, which is money, right? So the Lord has given every brother a certain amount of money in here, man. Now you got brothers kind of checking their pockets. It's not literal. Stop checking your pockets. It's in your heart. It's in your mind, right? Now he may have given this brother $30,000 worth of knowledge, right? He may have given you $175,000. He may have given Amos $1 million, right? Now, what are we expected to do with this knowledge? Let's find out. Luke chapter 19 and verse 14. What? But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, we would not have this man to reign over us, because you have the 2/3 that hate Yahushua. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. So our brothers are, investing 24 hours of their day into Forex, into Bitcoin, into digital currency, cryptocurrency, and 19 hours out your day. You're not getting no sleep. Damn. Right? Not getting no sleep. You can't, you up all night, you know what I'm saying? You won't go to bed, and you busy watching the stocks. You watching the numbers go up and down. You watching Dow, NASDAQ, all these different things. You got the men of the Lord, they doing this real trading, man. What is the real trading that we're doing with the money? Flipping your talents. You said what? Being on the highways and byways. So if you give this brother Micah $20,000, I'm expecting that $20,000 to turn to $40,000. A turn it to $50,000, man. Right? Do something with it, man. You don't have any man that gives a brother or any company. They have that in companies, right? They may have Amos. He wanted, let's say we own a bank. He got, or whatever company, and we're going to give Amos $20,000 to, we're going to start a company in Milwaukee. Now, Amos, with that $20,000, he's going to have a place to stay. We're going to give him a hotel. We're going to give him food. He don't got to pay for nothing. But that $20,000, he got to kind of flip that, man. He got to kind of buy a building. He got to recruit people in, and he got to increase that revenue. Now, let's say a year later, after the yearly report, we come check on Amos in Milwaukee, and now he blew all his money on weed. He blew all his money on pay-per-view flicks, man. Right? Shoes and clothes. Guess what's going to happen? He's fired, man. It's over. Now, he can say, well, look, I didn't know. I didn't have time. Every brother has had the proper time to turn their money into more money, man. Right? Win more souls for the Lord, man. Bring more people into this truth. You got people that work at corporations. They don't get no sleep, man. They are crunching the numbers. Woman asking, when are you going to be home? No, baby, look, I'm working late at the office tonight. I'll be there. Right? Because they serious about their job, man. They the first one there. They crushing the report. Boss saying, yeah, you crushed it. Right? That was a good report. Good presentation. They get off at 5. They stand to 11. And guess what the other co-workers doing? You're still staying here. It's happy hour. Come on. Let's get drinks at the bar. And then you got the one, no, I gotta get it. I gotta grind. I gotta get this promotion. So when this guy gets promoted, hey, guess what? He earned that thing, man. The co-workers that's always going to happy hour, what's my son's baseball game? You got certain men, they miss their son's baseball game. You know, because they thinking about the long term. So you want to be the man thinking about the long term. You're not at happy hour, right? While men are watching Sports Center, you're supposed to be studying, man. Right? You want to stay up a few extra hours to get it in with the precepts, man. You got to grind, man, and get this money, man. Spiritually, right? Let me. It's a little more on that. Verse 16. So Yahweh Shah want to see what you did with the money. Luke chapter 19 and 16. Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. See that? So this man's going to be in rulership. 10 cities. Can you imagine ruling 10 cities? That's spiritual, but it can also be literally 10 cities, right? You're over all of the cities of the land of Moab. And your job is to enforce the law, statutes, and commandments. And now every time you walk, you got 15 chariots around you, right? And mighty men that run before you. And now your job, look, we're going over the dietary law today. And all of the Moabites, you got a whip in your hand. And if anybody get out of line, you kind of make an example out of them. That's your job, man. Authority over 10 cities. It reads, and the second came saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And he said, likewise to him, be thou also over 5 cities. And another came saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. Don't be the brother that keep all your money to yourself, man. You stuffed it under your mattress. I'm going to just sit on it. I don't want to lose none of it. And you got to take a chance, man. When people, they do trading, you got to know what risk is. You take a certain risk, man. You got to go out on the highways and byways, man, and win souls, man. Don't just take all of the knowledge. You don't have to know all of the breakdowns. It can be simply Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. If you can go through that and break it down, you got $10. Hey, brother, you can turn that 10 to 30. You can turn that 10 to 100 real quick. If you know all of the breakdowns, take that 100,000, turn it to 500,000. Win souls for the Lord, man. You got brothers in this truth. Yeah, I know I'm Israel. I'm going to just keep it to myself. They got to figure it out on their own. I'm going to do me, and I'm going to get the kingdom of heaven. Guess what? This brother kept all the commandments. But guess what he didn't do? He didn't go out there and push the word. So guess what's going to happen to him? He's going to be destroyed by the Lord, man.
And those people who stay at their jobs late, they wives be getting mad, end up leaving them. Right? We don't see movies like that. Right? They wives leave them. You work too much. Yeah, cheating on them and stuff. So you got to count the cost, man. You got to count the cost when you come into this truth. Right? And this is Proverbs 27 and 17. It's a classic. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Right? So you should be able to be talking to brothers on social media. Whenever they ask questions, you provide precepts, you give them the understanding. That's getting that pound too. Right. That's adding more pounds to the pound that you got. Right? So if the Lord gave you 5 and you talking to brothers on social media and you going out teaching and you speaking to the people that you knew from in the world, letting them know, that pound have turned into 50. Right? So it's not just one way to labor. There's plenty of ways to labor, man. There's plenty of ways to occupy. There's plenty of ways to what do I want to say? To gain money. There's plenty of ways to do that, man. So don't just limit yourself to one thing, man. If you're speaking to somebody, throw it in there. What you know about the Bible, man? People pride, man, I know the Bible, man. That's a white man's book. Look, now it's a cutting session, man. Now they done turned into a chopping block. Right? So use your talents whenever you can, man.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about this what the Most High set up is there's so many different ways for the word to be put out there, right? You have YouTube, you have Instagram, brothers doing live on Instagrams as we speak, man. Facebook, Twitter, the damn Clubhouse app, man, be jumping sometimes. You got so many different ways to push this truth, man. Right? Brothers do podcasts. I know certain brothers, they do podcasts, reaching so many different avenues, man. That's why, let me get this in 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter. That's why if you good with money, you know you can make that money any different kind of way, man. You know, let's go to 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter. Right? 2 Timothy chapter 4 and 5. And it reads, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. So you got to make full proof of your ministry, man. Or you got to know how to, you got to be a financial genius on a spiritual level. How can I make this money, man? I'm trying to get this promotion. People, when they're in the world, they think about that, man. All right, do I come in early? Maybe if I open up this business, maybe if I invest in this way, how can I get more money? Hey, when you poor, when brothers don't have nothing, you thinking every way to how to get money, man. You think, well, damn, if I do it, let me try to do it this way. Or if I get this job, if I work this hours, then when I get off, I can take the plug. You thinking about all types of stuff, man. That's how you got to think in this truth. You got to think about, we trying to get that promotion, man. Hey, and it's at them jobs, it be a competition, man. You got one man trying to get the promotion, trying to outshine the next man. Right? Them things happen at these corporate, they get into fights, man. Right? One guy show up at 6 o'clock, other guy show up at 6:01, and he mad, like, damn, this guy beat me to the office. Because he know that guy, look, he might get the promotion. So you want to be the guy that's on fire, man. Because the Lord is looking to promote the men of the Lord, man. We're not always going to be niggas in America and spicks and redskins and copper-toned people and bywords. We're going to be kings, man. And there's going to be levels to this. So the Lord is looking to who's going to be the man over 10 cities. Not everybody's going to be the Lord over 10 cities. Certain men, you're going to be over 5 cities. That's not a bad thing. But 10 cities sounds a lot more better than 5 cities. $20,000 sounds a lot more better than $100,000. Yes, thousands of dollars, but there's levels to it, man. So the Lord is looking for the man that's grinding. And it might be some days, like Amos was saying, your woman like, why won't you come home? Right? You missed on your son's baseball game. She yelling at you, throwing stuff. Right? But guess what? You was out there doing what you had to do, man. Right?
And this for the men right here, man. You're not just laboring for yourself. You're not laboring so you get the kingdom. You're laboring so your household can get the kingdom. So your household can be safe in these last days. The Lord will abide with you and your children and your wife. That's why you out doing this work, right? This is Sirach chapter 11 and verse 20. It says, be steadfast in thy covenant, right? So we got to be steadfast in the covenant that the Lord made with our forefathers, and be conversant therein and wax old in thy work, right? You got to wax old in your work, meaning you started this when you was young, man, you got to finish this when you old, right? Until the Lord take the ghost from you. That's how long you should be waxing in this truth, right? Right? You should rise early. You got some messages you got to answer to. You got phone calls you got to return. People got questions. You got to wax old in your work. Keep doing what you got to do to get this kingdom, man. Right? Verse 21, marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sun to make a poor man rich. The brother brought that out earlier, right? So abide in thy labor, man. If you hold post, hold post like the mightiest post holder you've ever seen. If you read like the mightiest reader you've ever read. Like there's many offices in the body of Yahushua. Verse 22, the blessing of the Lord is in the reward of the godly, and suddenly he maketh his blessings to flourish. Right? It's a brother who joined the camp not too long ago. It was about 2 years ago, and the brother was waxing kind of bad when that brother joined the camp. And all of a sudden, the Most High took that talent from that brother and put it on another brother. And this brother is he's waxing mighty. Right? You see the blessings flourishing that the Most High put on people because they labored in their work. They labored as hard as they could. Verse 23, say not, what profit is there of my service, and what good thing shall I have hereafter? Right? A brother asked me, well, if all Israel going to get the kingdom, why are we working so hard to repent and keep the commandments? Right? Because you're trying to get that reward. You're trying to be rulers over 10 cities. You want to sit at the table with the men of renown. Right? You want the Lord to look at you and say, well done, good and faithful servant. Right? You want them slaves. You want eternal life. You want it on the first go round. Right? like back in the days, you used to go to the theme parks. Like Six Flags, they should give out the little speed passes.
Right.
Where everybody wanted to be first on the speed passes, man. Where you had to wait in line. That's what it's gonna be like getting back into the kingdom, because you don't know when the hell you're gonna come back. You gotta wait in line. The line, they got the signs that show you how far you are from the front.
Right.
You got 45 minutes.
Yeah.
35 minutes. No, we want to be on the first go round. We want to be the first fruits of the kingdom. That's why we want to work as hard as we can and labor the way that we can.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I was going over that this morning with the household. It says, wax old in thy work, man. You got brothers that's been in businesses for 25 years. This is your first day. How long you been? I've been here 30 years, 35 years, 40. You know, I'm about to retire next year. They do that. They wax old in thy work. When you in this truth, you can't say, well, I want to be in this thing for 2 years. Then after that, let's see what Islam is about. I'm sick of this job. You know, there's highways and byways. I want to kind of see what the Christian church is about. You got to wax old in this thing, man. This is a lifetime job, a career, man. You know, you got to get the tenure in this thing, man. You know. Now let's go to I want to go to Hebrews chapter 4 and 14. Right? Hebrews chapter 4 and 14. Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahushua, the Son of the Most High, let us hold fast our profession. And we brought this up before. What is your profession? What is a profession? What you do, like your career, your job. Right? If you're a mechanic, that's your profession. If you're a surgeon, that's your profession. If you're an architect, that's your profession. Right? Now, the Lord says we have to hold fast our profession. Our profession are laborers. We work in the vineyard. We plant seeds. We break the ground. Another man may water it. And if you're not holding fast your profession, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get fired. You're going to get caught out there. You see that sometimes in these jobs, your boss, he might walk past a cubicle, look, be in my office at lunchtime. Now, you already know what that means. Right. You've been kind of slack. You didn't do your reports. You know, you wasn't showing up to the meetings on time. You kind of running low on hours. So he want to kind of talk to you. Now, he'll give you a warning. Say, look, you know, you're not up to company policy. You know, we require this of you. You seem like you're falling short. Get it together. You said what? You said what?
Said Dwayne Haskins.
Yep, you see that? And he didn't hold fast his profession. Yeah, they do that in the sports industry too, man. If they expect you, and they have contracts with incentives too. They expect you to perform at a certain rate, man. They expect you to score this many touchdowns, to run for this many yards, basketball, shoot this many threes. And guess what happens if you don't hold fast your profession? You're getting traded. You're getting cut from the team. So you have to, at any given time, you can get fired, man. This is probably it's the most dangerous job going out there because your life is on the line anytime, right? It has the most high-end reward, which is the kingdom of heaven. Hey, look, I can't think of the technical term when you can get fired easily. Brothers know what I'm talking about. But you can get fired anytime at this job, man.
There's no union here.
Yeah, no union, right? Certain jobs you got a union. You said, well,
Pink slip.
Yeah, pink slip, right? You can't get fired. Exactly, right? So in this job, you can get jammed up any moment, man. At any given second, you can fall out the truth. Any given second, you can have a reprobate mind. If any given second, the Most High put the spirit in you, now you start, hold on, I don't really know about this Bible anymore, right? Think it won't happen to you, and if you're not on fire, you're going to get fired. And the Lord don't have to come off his throne and say, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, Lamad. You need the Heavenly Father knock at your door. You say, who is it? It's the Most High God. And then the Lord come in and say, can I sit right here? And you say, can I get you something to eat? And he said, it's not going to work like that. You're just going to wake up with a reprobate mind because the Lord warned you through the servant to the Lord. Right, let me read that one more time. Hebrews 4 and 14. Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahushua, the Son of the Most High, let us hold fast our profession. So hold on to your job, man. Right? When they cut people at certain jobs, guess what? People make sure they on fire. Look, it's layoff season, right? Every time this time of the year, they land off people. What do? You make sure you on time, right? You make sure that you turn the stuff in, right? Because you know at any given second, your name is going to be off the list and you're going to be fired. Brothers are getting fired every day. We see brothers getting fired. They ain't back in the world. Teaching all types of false doctrines. Christianity. You got brothers that's in this truth, now they Christians again.
They don't even know it.
They don't even know it. You got brothers teaching now that the Most High is not a so-called black man. They say if you stop saying he's a so-called black man. The Lord is a so-called black man. Right? He's formless. Right? Come on now. These brothers got fired, man. We trying to keep our job and get promoted.
Right.
I have one. We have one.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, this is another one. Let's go to Sirach chapter 38. We're gonna start at 24 real quick. Right? Sirach chapter 38 and 24. We gotta make sure that we don't get fired, man. Right? You might have to wake up early. Let's say you wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning before work. Hey, if you want to keep your job and you want to impress the boss, you want to wake up at 8 and get a few chapters of reading in. Right? Let's say your bedtime is 10:30 p.m. You want to impress the boss. Hey, look, you're going to stay up maybe 30. You tired, but it don't matter. You're going to stay up maybe 30 more minutes and go over those precepts. You're going to watch that video and take them notes. You try to get this job, man. While you going to sleep at 10:30, guess what the next man doing? He up to 12. And the Lord is looking at that man. Yeah, this brother, he fell asleep, but this brother, he really wanted, man. Do you really want it, man? Do you really want that promotion? Right? This is what it's about, man. You labor for 2 hours. Hey, this brother, he out there. Look, no, I really want it. I'm out there for 7 hours. Because when it's all said and done, that's it, man. Right? Sirach chapter 38 and 24. It reads, and like Amos was saying, there's more than one way to labor, man. Right? You can do many different things in righteousness. The wisdom of it, this Sirach 38 and 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise. How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow and that glorieth in the gold, that driveth oxen and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks? You have men in the ancient world, all they did was talk about bullocks. Yeah, I got this bullock. He got 2 horns, 1 silver. They knew everything about the bullock. He got 30 spots. This bullock, he weighs 250 pounds. I got this fodder and this one. He can pour 200 pounds. This one can pour 300 pounds. How many? All you do is talk about bullocks. Right? It's certain people like that, man. At their job, all they do is talk about their job all day. Yeah, at work, so-and-so. Then this happened. All they do is talk about their job. I can't stand so-and-so, man. I got to do this report. Because they into this thing, man. They love, you have people that love their job. They'll say that I do what I love, and I love what I do. Right? So you got to kind of be like that in this truth. As much as this man talk about bullocks, you got to talk about the scriptures. Hey, you should get on a brother nerves because you can't stop talking about the scriptures. Right? You keep talking about Jeremiah and Ezekiel and Daniel, and this brother like, damn, brother, come on, bro. Let's talk about something else. Right? And his spirit ain't right. What you mean talk about something else, man? So you want to keep talking about these bullocks, right? This word, verse 36. He giveth his mind to make furrows. This man loved bullocks so much, he's thinking about how to make different tools. Yeah, I got this bullock, but this one, and he named his bullocks. This is so and so. This so and so. You got people they be into this thing, man. You know, they actually name their bullocks, and you know they take care of them. They go out in the middle of the night, they check on them. You know, they kind of, you know, animals got to give birth too. They out there to make sure they, you know, the baby, the calf come out nice, and they hold the calf and feeding it milk. They don't get no sleep from they, you know, the woman said, come back home. He said, no, I'm out in the barn with the bullocks. This they thing, man. You got to make this your thing, this truth. It says, so every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish the work. You got brothers that deal with carpentry every day. You can literally go on YouTube and see carpentry videos, and all they do is turn wood into ships and turn this, and all hours, man. They just upload videos, and nobody's watching it. It may have like 30 views, 20 views, but it's a whole channel. They just into carpentry all day. They talking about sanding stuff down. They're talking about using the axe. They know all different types of tools. You go in their house, they got a tool shed the size of your house, right? That's their thing. And they labor night and day. If they can do this for vanity, why you can't do it for the truth? You have the ability to, man. Right? It reads, the smith also sitteth by the anvil. This is a blacksmith, right? Or silversmith, whatever. And considering the iron work, the vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh. You got brothers in there, they sit there and they turning metal into swords and they look at it. Nah, it ain't right. Then they labor in it again and they arm hurt, they shoulder all hurt, and they put it in the water. They get the smoke. Nah, it ain't right again. They do it all day. Every day, man. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears. You got to have the word of the scriptures always in your ears. You know? And I know brothers, they don't even kind of listen to music like that. They got breakdowns in their ear. What you listen to? Oh, no, brother, this is a breakdown. They drive and listen to precepts, listen to a breakdown.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Yeah, brothers listen to the Clubhouse and they done listening to the worldly music. Sometimes the truth music too. They kind of look. I gotta take it. I'm listening to the breakdown. The noise of the scriptures is always in their ears. Then they can't. They're addicted. You have workaholics, man. They can't stop working. That's a literal thing. So you want to be a spiritual workaholic. You can't stop reading. Damn, brother, give me your Bible. Nah, brother, what you mean? Give me my Bible, brother. Take a break, relax. Your woman said, man, put this. Now you gotta balance your time out. But again, you gotta, brother want to say, look, give me this Bible. You gotta fight the brother. How you keep talking about Abraham and his works, right? You gotta get on the brother. If you doing that and the brother's mad, his spirit is not right, right? It's one more on this. So you got carpenters, bullock men, blacksmith. They all heavy into their work. Verse 29. I'm gonna jump down 29. So doth the potter sitting at his work and turneth the wheel about with his feet, who is always carefully set at his work and maketh all his works by number. He fashioneth the clay with his arm and boweth down his strength before his feet. He applieth himself. See that they apply themselves. These men are fire. They're diligent. They apply their talents. They make good use of their work. They go above and beyond. They're on fire, man. Making all types of pots and vases. Nah, this isn't good. And they smash it, man. Right? This is good. This is valuable. And now this isn't right. So they kind of do it again. They get, the little pottery class. They tapping the wheel and they forming the stuff. And they doing all of that, man. They kind of getting into it. Right? I'm not going to keep reading, but you understand the point.
I'll keep going.
All right, we'll keep going. Where we at? 29? 30. He fashioneth the clay with his arm and boweth down his strength before his feet. And they back be hurt. You don't think they back hurt on that wheel all day? His damn feet, hands getting calluses. They all dry. That blacksmith, he leave the damn shed and he still hear that ringing in his ear. But that don't matter to him because he's going to be back tomorrow. He might get maybe 5-6 hours of sleep, but he's going to be back and he's going to be doing the same damn thing. And it's women, why are you always out there? I can't stop. Son, I just can't stop. You got the bullock man. He out there in the morning. Yeah, how you doing? He talking to the different bullocks. You know what I'm saying? He kind of checking on them, opening their mouth, checking their teeth. That's his thing, man. He can't stop it. You got the brother, he's sawing right. You got people doing this stuff right now. They chopping down trees. They sawing stuff off. They getting it in, man. I saw a video of this guy. He was so to his craft. He looking for stuff. He found a long iron chain and turned it to a sword. He did that, and it took hours, man. He can't stop. Now all his videos, he looking for different metals, and he turning into damn swords and weapons. That's all he do. He don't eat. He don't sleep. He don't have no woman. He just turns stuff into swords. He can't stop, man. He might have skipped the shower. He's up all night and he just looking for stuff. What can I turn to a weapon? And it's an Edomite, right? That's him. It says that Tubal Cain spirit. He applieth himself to lead over it, or to lead it over, or let it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. All these trust in their works, and every one is wise in his work. See that? You have to be wise, because they're not novices. They're not in the print. These are master craftsmen. You have levels of carpentry, right? A brother, I knew he was dealing with carpentry. You have like the master carpenter, you got the apprentice. There's different levels to that. These guys are master carpenters. They're master craftsmen. You have to be a master in this thing, man. Like Amos was saying, you gotta know the history, you gotta know the geography, you gotta know the Hebrew, you gotta know the Greek, you gotta know the milk, you gotta know the commandments, you gotta know the meat, you gotta know all these things, man.
The proper breakdown.
The proper breakdown. It's the application of the scriptures. You gotta be in this thing.
We all had things we used to do in the world, man. I used to hoop. Man, we be in the gym all day. I'm talking, we had practice. We go home, we go hit the court, we go home, watch the NBA games, do it all over again and again and again.
Try to do what you saw on the TV.
Yeah. It was back in the day, we used to do and one. We used to and one all the time. So we had hot sauce, AO, all the spider, all them. Yeah, all that, man. We see them do some crazy move. We'd be at the court for 4 hours trying to do them moves. Some people come up, I'm like, watch, I'm gonna hit them with the slip and slide.
Right.
Brothers don't remember the slip and slide. Yeah, the slip and slide was the move, man. All carrying and travel, but we used to do that, man. Right? But this is Revelations chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah, so if you keep in your works, and somebody in the comments said, are y'all saying y'all can get the kingdom through your works? No, we're not saying you can get the kingdom through your works, but you got to make full proof of this ministry. Right? You got to do what you can do to help benefit Israel, to bring Israel closer to the Most High so we can get the hell up out of here. We're trying to seal those hopeful elects, because when the elect is sealed, that's when the winds start blowing. If y'all know what the winds are, that's destruction.
Right.
That's when destruction comes. So that's what we're trying to get Israel to do. We're trying to get Israel to manifest and magnify their works and their talents to benefit their people. Right, verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Right, so whatever you good in, brother, hold fast to that. In this truth, in righteousness, hold fast to that. So don't nobody come and sift you out with false doctrine. Don't nobody come and beguile you like the Galatians got beguiled. Right, hold fast to what you have. If you good at talking to brothers, man, you better talk your way into making somebody a believer.
Right.
If you good at reading and everybody can hear you clearly, you better read like the Most High can hear you. Read that loud so you can be heard in the third heavens. Right? If you good at holding posts, hold posts, and if somebody come through, body slam them. Right? Sisters, if you good at making garments, make them garments. Right? Make a beautiful garment. Right? So a brother can come to a feast day looking nice. Right? Sisters, if you good at counseling, counsel other sisters. Brothers, if you good at counseling, counsel other brothers, man. Right? And no, you don't have to be with a camp to magnify your work. Right? You can magnify your work. We just said it's many ways to labor in this truth. Right? Don't be an individual like though. But man, reach out. Right? The Most High set up beautiful platforms through the Spirit for us to be able to interact with one another. Right? Use it to your advantage, man. Get to know a brother in Tallahassee if you live in London. Right? Build that spiritual bridge, man. Because you never know when you're going to need somebody in these last days.
Right.
Let's go to Sabbath chapter 10 and 27. All right, Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and 27. It reads, better is he that laboreth and aboundeth in all things than he that boasteth himself and wanteth bread. So the Lord said, better is he that laboreth, man. Right? And when it's like and aboundeth in all things. So you have to labor in this thing, man. Right? So it's not all about your works, but how do you show your faith? By your works, man.
That's right.
Right? The Lord said, I'll show me your faith without your works. I'm going to show you my faith by my works. That's what the apostle James said, man. Right? Better is he that laboreth and aboundeth in all things than he that boasteth himself. You got brothers that boast themselves and they don't have no damn bread. Right? They're lacking bread. They're lacking the things to survive. On a spiritual level, people boast. The Lord say the poor man that is proud, man. Right? People who don't have the knowledge and they don't have the understanding, they're boast about things that's not going to profit them. Right? But you want to be able to labor and abound and the Lord is going to give you a reward for your labor, man. You don't think that guy working all them hours in the office, the boss don't see that? You don't think that guy that comes in before practice even start and doing suicides, and you don't think the coach knows that stuff? You don't think the guy that stays after practice to watch after the game, he had played the whole game, now he going to game film. He watching film. Everybody else, they going out to eat, they drinking and having a good time. This guy's watching game film. You don't think the coach sees that?
Salakia. It was a dude on my team, my junior year, right? We went to States my junior year. We was nice. So it was a dude on my team. His name was Obi, right? Dude used to wake up in the morning and run hills, man. And we be laughing at him like, look at you. You like an idiot running these hills. Lo and behold, he made player of the year that year.
See that?
Made player of the year. We laughing at him. Like, mind you, we was all nice, but we laughing like, what you doing, man? You don't want to come play with these ladies, man? You want to run hills? You don't want to do this? Right? We was being niggas in the world. He put his nose to the ground, got player of the year, right? And we took notice to that. So the next year, that next summer, we was running. We was running them hills. We was playing. We was at the playground every day, at the basketball court, AAU traveling, right? And then that reaped the benefit itself after that, right? But sometimes you
Go ahead.
what was you about to say?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, but we reaped the benefits after that, man. We got all-star games. We got Metro first team honors and stuff like that. We was really working. We was working that summer. So, you know, take other people's experiences and apply it to yourself, man. Right? You see somebody else working, I see his reward. I see the benefit he getting from doing that. Let me try the same thing, right?
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, they show you that in the movie Friday Night Lights. You have Booby Miles, man. He'll get up early, man. He's running all through the city, man, in Texas, man. You know, going to the gym. He kind of did his thing, man. Right, until he got injured, but he was going to make it. Right, so you got brothers that put in that extra effort, man. Like I said, they come to the office open at 9 a.m. They look, can I get the keys? Can I get the keys? Because I want to come in at 8. I just want to open up. Right, you got the restaurant that open up at 10 in the morning. You got the chef. He want to come in, man, and get it in at 9 in the morning. He want to prep everything. So them guys are going to be exalted, man. You got brothers that read. They kind of 2 chapters a day. You got the brother that get up early. He set his alarm at 6 in the morning, like his actual work on the weekend. Say, I'm gonna pretend. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm gonna use my Sabbath like a day in the office. My 8 hours. I'm gonna clock in and I'm gonna get it in, man. Right? We got men that do stuff like that. You know, he treat his Sunday like another day at the office. Only thing is, he into this word. 2 hours. I'm watching videos. Then I got my 30-minute lunch break. He going his 30-minute, kind of hang out, do his thing, man. You know, go outside, you know what I'm saying? Then he go back to work. Now he back at work. Now he reading, man. Now he's studying. Then he may get his hour lunch break after that. Then guess what he do after that? Is he watching Sports Center? No, he back at the office. He back study, going over the precepts. Then he clock out, man. He might, spend time with his family and all of that and, do his thing. But guess what he doing after that? He working overtime. He going back to the office, right? You got to have that mentality, man, right? I wanted to get, and I have the precept. I just had it. Salakia. Let me get this precept real quick. Right. So you want to have that mentality to work a double overtime, huh? Right. Salakia. Oh, here it is. Sirach chapter 33. Right. Sirach chapter 33. I believe I wanted and Amos went into it. Right. I don't think you ain't read it, did you?
What, 33 and 27?
Con.
No, I just quoted it.
Yeah, we're gonna get that. Right. Amos quoted it. We're gonna go there. Sirach chapter 33 and 27. Right. And you gotta really want this thing, man. See, this is spirit. We read one verse in the book of Matthew, the 6th chapter. We ain't go nowhere. We done went to money, to finances, to spiritual money, to work it. That's how the spirit go, man. It cover all things, right? And you can't force the course of the river, man. Right? Sirach 33 and 27. Send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. Set him to work as it is fit for him. If he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters. Now, those are ancient servants, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, the scriptures are always, the secrets of wisdom are double to that which is. So we have to be set to labor that we be not idle, man. You know, you got that guy at the workplace. He making paper airplanes. He throwing it. He kind of spin that shooting like he Kobe. You know, he making little paper footballs and flicking them and spitballs, and he's going to get fired, man. You know, he's showing up late, eating cereal at the cubicle, coming in, musty, shirt all stained up, right? His hair not combed. You know those guys, man. Right? Then you got the guy who's always there, man. You're late. He kind of clocking you, kind of getting on you, man. Now you got them guys at your workplace who they coons. He's like, look, you're late, Amos. Right? Where you been at? You want to be like that in this truth. You want to be that guy who always getting on you at the workplace in this truth. Yeah, brother, you're not studying, brother. Brother, I know, brother, did you read today? How many times did you pray today? You kind of getting on everybody, man. But you got to make sure you doing them things too before you get on your brother. You kind of getting on everybody, man. Hey, brother, look, let's pray right now, brother. Hey, let's go over some scriptures. Hey, look, I know Cap over with. You want to go out there for an extra 2 hours? Let's get it in. You want to be on fire in this thing, man. And the Lord sees that, man. Of course, you want to balance things out, right? You got to always qualify and clarify, but you want to be on fire in this thing, man. So it reads, set him to work as it is fit for him. So whatever your gift is, your spiritual talent, that's what you use. If you can't go into the prophecies, don't go into them till you're ready, man. Right? Not everybody, you have different, you may have different levels of a certain job. Like I use carpentry or mechanics. They may have a tier 1 position, a tier 2, tier 3. Hey, if you're a tier 1, don't do what tier 3 can do. You can't do it. Don't try. You're going to hurt yourself, man. They know certain things that you don't know. So you're going to kind of make yourself look bad. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to get fired. Right? You're going to mess everything up. If you're a man and you're not on the level yet, don't try to get too deep. The Lord going to fire you, man, because you're making the ministry look bad. Trying to break something down you can't break down. As it is fit for him, man. If you're a powerful reader, you use that skill, man. Right? Reading on. No, that's all I wanted on that.
Yeah, know your role in this truth, man.
Right.
You can get embarrassed in front of the congregation, man. We just witnessed that. Right? You can get embarrassed trying to step out of line and be proud, man. So know your role in this truth. Right? This is Sirach chapter 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. Right? So if your mind is constantly on the Most High, if you're constantly thinking about the laws, how I'm not going to slip up how I did yesterday, right? You're going to seek out wisdom, man. You're going to want to find out more and more and more and more. And everybody's mind should be meditating on the Most High, man. It should always be meditated, right? You should try to be walking as pure as you can. Your hands should always be as clean as they can. Verse 2, he will keep the sayings of the renowned men. And who are the renowned men that we keeping the sayings of? Everybody written in these Bibles. You got Isaiah, right, Solomon, Ezekiel, Hosea, right? Obadiah, all these wise sayings of these men, you're going to keep those sayings because they're giving you the direction to get eternal life. That's straight and narrow path. They're leading you to the direction. Right? You're in the woods driving. It's an arrow pointed this way. Go 30 miles. There's an arrow pointed that way, 5 miles. Right? That's what they're doing. And where subtle parables are, he will be there also, right? So you're going to know the man whose mind is always fixated on the Most High. Right. The conversation he's going to have, right? The way he brings out precepts that pertain to it, right? We're talking about slavery. You're not going to go and read, I don't know, what's a precept that you wouldn't read for slavery?
Job 2:1.
Job 2:1.
Where the sons of God,
right? Or John 3:16.
Right.
Right. Like, you're not going to read that if we pertaining to a topic. They're going to bring out precepts concerning what that topic is bringing. That's how you know the man whose mind is meditated on the Most High, right? They're going to always be around parables, searching out wisdom, and it's going to show in their fruits.
God. And this Proverbs chapter 23 and 7, right? Proverbs, you want to be, that's a good point, man. You want to be the brother that's always, you eat, sleep, and breathe the scriptures, man. Before you go to bed, you're not thinking about, well, I wonder who's going to make the NBA playoffs. If this seed is the number 3 seed, but this guy did get traded. Then you go to bed thinking about that. That's wicked, man. Thinking about the damn NBA season, man, as you go to sleep, right? You should be thinking about breakdowns, right? Why you going? I'm thinking about, what happens if they bring this scripture up? Okay, then I cut it like this. Okay, look, am I really applying this scripture? That's what you're thinking about, man. Like the brother said, you had the clubhouse plan, brothers breaking the scriptures down to a different lesson. You always in this word. You can't stop. In 1 Corinthians chapter 16 and 15, you had men that were addicted to the ministry, man. They was addicted. They was constantly out there, man, in the scriptures, out there teaching.
So like you said, 1 Corinthians what?
I'm gonna read it real quick before I go to that. Right, 1 Corinthians 16 and 15. Let me get that real quick. Right, this 1 Corinthians chapter 16 and 15. It reads, 16 and 15. It reads, I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanus. It said, y'all know, you knew about these guys, right? Ye know the house of Stephanus, that it is the first fruits of Achaia, and they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints. Can a brother put up the definition of addicted? Let's get that. You had an entire house. See, this man was on fire, so his whole house was on fire, right? You got brothers' households. They all they rib, can't stop reading. The children, they know all of the breakdowns. Everybody on fire. You got the kids telling everybody to pray, right? The water king. Man. Brothers got these phones, is,
A remote.
Yeah, this look like man. All right, so this is addiction, the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance. Fixation. These are the synonyms. Dependency. Yeah, brothers that's dependent on weed, man. Crack. They can't function without it. Stress reliever. And here go another one. Enslavement. That's a synonym. You have to be enslaved to the scriptures. It rules over you. Are we not prisoners of Hamashiach Yahushua? Right? So you want to be addicted. It says addiction is a term that means compulsive physiological need and use of a habit-forming substance like heroin or nicotine. And you see people, I have people in my family on heroin, man. They can't stop, right? They sweat and they fall into sleep and they bowl of cereal, right? You see them out in Baltimore every day. They can't stop. People addicted. They patting. Yeah, smoke. Need that thing, right? You got that for me, right? I said, if you've seen, I don't know what I did. If you've seen the movie, what is that? Jungle Fever, man. You seen Halle Berry in Jungle Fever? What she was willing to do to get that from Wesley Snipes. If you haven't seen, I'm not going to tell you what she said, right? But watch the movie, right? She was willing to do everything. You seen Samuel Jackson? He stole his mother TV, man. And then Wesley Snipes said, "Where the TV at?" He said, "I smoked the TV." Right? We in here getting high. He said, "I'm a crackhead." He confessed it, man. So you want to be addicted to this thing, man. You sneaking Bible. You got Bibles in your pocket. There's Bibles all in the bathroom. They all in the car. Why you got all these Bibles? I'm addicted. I can't help it. You got fresh apocryphas and new Bibles. This is your thing, man. Bible all highlighted. You got highlighters hanging out your head and in your pen, and in your back pocket is precepts and index cards, and you got a flash card taped to your forehead. You take it off, and you into this thing, man. You got they got the hoodie, the pre-Sabbath where it say apocrypha on it. Are you thinking about the apocrypha? You got a hoodie on, man. It say apocrypha. You got shoes on with scriptures on it, right? You can't help yourself. You have a problem, and that's fine.
Right. Well, I have one more real quick.
This Proverbs 23 and 7. Right? This Proverbs chapter 23 and 7. It reads, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee." In the first part I want, it says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he." So if you think about the scriptures and meditate in it, that's what you're going to become. right? If you're thinking about shrimp, crab, and lobster, you're gonna become a shrimp, crab, and a lobster, man. You're gonna order the damn outfit. You're gonna eat it all day. Hey, I know somebody. They think about pork all day. Guess what they end up getting? Bacon candles. They bought a bacon calendar. They bought that and they said, I want to eat this bacon candle. Yeah, bacon soap. They have literally bacon scented candles, man. And she said, I want to eat it. Right? Bacon soap, man. They have bacon calendars. So they think about that, man. You know, they said they made bacon and they asked, look, do you want the bacon? Do you want to drink the bacon juice or do I? Right? Do you want it? If not, I'll drink it. This is literal, man. Because they can't stop thinking about pork. They're watching Wilbur. They think they can't have it, man. They can't stop. Wilbur, you know the movie?
Charlotte's Web.
Yeah, Charlotte's Web, man. Yeah, not Wilbur, Salaki. They watching Charlotte's Web.
I think it is one called Wilbur.
Oh, Wilbur. Yeah, they got the pig movie. Yeah, the pig movie, man. You know, they kind of
part the city.
What is it?
Babes in the City.
Babes in. See, Amos on fire with it, man. Amos on fire. And they pausing every time Wilbur come on the scene because that's their thing, man. They looking for deals, coupons. This is a literal person. I'm not making this up. They literally, you know, they buy bacon candles and eat them, man. Think about eating them. Because as you thinketh in his heart, so is he, man. People think about women all day. They got Playboy magazines under the bed. They had all these damn websites, and you see they screensavers of women with no clothes on. They in sex rooms and chat lines, and they can't help it, man. You have to think. The Lord said, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." So if you believe and you constantly in His word, that's what you're going to become, man. If you're thinking about the works of Yahweh Shai, if you're thinking about how King David received the promises in Abraham, that's what you're going to become. So constantly think and meditate on the precepts, and you'll find yourself living it and applying it, man. And with that, we're going to close up, giving our honor and glory to Yahweh. By Shema Mashiach wa Malak Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yashab. Kwam Yashab. Kwam Yashab. Kwam Yashab. Kwam Yashab. If you in the DC area, we are going to DC right after this live. We're going to be in front of the Most High willing, in front of the Capital One building. We're going to be out there teaching, winning souls, Most High willing. If you out there in Detroit, these brothers, they're out there at Campus Martius, I believe, Most High willing. If you out there in Pittsburgh, they out there on Liberty, was that Liberty Road? Liberty Avenue. I believe it's like 700 Liberty Avenue or 702 Liberty Avenue. If you out in Cleveland, I believe them brothers may be teaching now at Tower City Center, man. Right? Philly, 10th and Market. I believe they might be in 10th and Market. Them brothers, they all in that area. Right? If you in Atlanta, if you in Atlanta, they in front of the Ferris wheel. I can't think of that area. Right? But they're in front of that Ferris wheel.
Skyview.
Yeah, Skyview, the water. If you out in Orlando, them brothers out in Orlando, man. They teach in front of the Publix. And I got to get the exact location. Right? But if you watch the video, you know, if you from that area, you know where they are. Right? So brothers, they out there doing the work. Get up, labor, hear the word, and put on your scarf, put on your gloves, put on your thermals, and go out there and get the word and do the work, man.
So we're going to be in front of where the Wizards play in D.C., the Capital One Arena. Capital One Arena.
Right, you see that?
I think you missed that.
Oh, Salakia. What I missed?
He said we're in D.C.
601.
Oh, in D.C. 601?
601 F Street Northwest.
See that? 601 F Street Northwest. See that, brother? You're on fire right there. In D.C. So, hey, show up, and we're going to show out most I willing. That, shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah.